Okay, this is different from all of my other t-shirt reconstruction videos just because I'm using a loose fitting tee. Let's see. And in my other ones I used more form-fitting t-shirts. Alright, the first thing you want to do is start by drawing lines of where you're going to cut. So I've already marked where I'm cutting first for you guys. So I went about 1.5 to 2 inches out from the top seam on both sides, and then I drew a line from that mark to right under the armpit. And I went a little bit lower than directly just so that seam wasn't going to be in the way. Start cutting. Okay, it's the bottom one. Try not to cut my pants. Not that it matters because they already have a lot of holes in them. Okay, so I've cut the first one, and now I'm going to the second side. So here's what I have so far. The neck is completely still intact, and I just cut off where the armpits are, the sleeves and everything, and so there's just 2 big holes, and you can see it's like right under the armpits and the seam is completely gone. So now I'm going to pull both sides taut. Okay, so this is obviously a different day, but still starting off where I left off, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a V shape in the front of the shirt. Okay? I'm actually going to do it in the front and the back, and I'm going to go a little bit lower than this, but this is just a guideline for where I'm going to cut. And I'm starting again like right outside the edge of the seam. And you can see I'm going a little bit further. What? My kitten's distracting. This is Cartman. What are you doing? Trying to eat the food in my trash can. Okay. Anyways, so this is what I have right now. And I'm just gonna again pull those areas taut. So here's what I have. Looks like a tank top, but it's still kind of wide. Now what I'm going to do is going to cut the top seam so the things don't connect. See? And then I'm going to cut this into 3 strips. So here's where I'm going to cut. You see that? 3 little, so it's going to be in 3 strips, and I'm going to do that for all 4 pieces. You can do it cutting them together, like doubling up and cutting them, or separately. It's really whatever you feel more comfortable with, or where you feel like you have the most control. And you want to cut it down to the deepest point of the V that you did. And you see, I am not cutting this perfectly at all. It is all ragged, but it doesn't matter because you're going to braid it. Okay. So here's what you should have. I'm holding it upside down just so you can see better. Okay? So this is on one side, and I'm taking the 3 just from the one side, just the front, and I'm going to braid them. And I'm just going to let that chill for a minute, and I'm going to do the other side. Okay, I'm actually going to take a bobby pin and kind of secure those just so they don't come undone while I'm doing the back, but you could use like a hair thing or something. And I'm going to flip the shirt over. I'm going to do the same thing to the back. Okay, so now you have all sides of your shirt braided. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect them. Now you can do this one of 2 ways. You can connect them like this. You can connect them like this, or you can crisscross one side and connect them like that. So this is after I've completely made the shirt, but I had to come back because I started and crisscrossed them and then it didn't really work out. So what you want to do is connect them both by just tying knots at the top, like double knot them, and then cut off the excess. You can see mine's partially cut, but you can leave it or you can cut it off. Or if you have long enough strings, you could tie them in bows, but my shirt was relatively small to begin with, so I just tied them in knots. So that's what you're going to do now. So all I'm going to do now is take the shirt, and on the sides of the shirt, so this is like where like the seam would be on the side, I'm going to cut like 2.5, 3 inches on both sides. And you can rip it a little bit more if you want, just it's kind of rugged. And pull at them. So I ended up doing like 4 inches. You see that? Then I'm just going to tie it together. And a double knot. And the other side. So here's your finished shirt. It's going to look cute when you put it on. I'm going to put it on and I'll be back. So I actually ended up untying them from when they were crisscrossed, and I just connected them to make kind of like a tank top. So you can see in the back it's normal. And I did this just because since my shirt wasn't super big to begin with, there wasn't a lot of give like where the armpits were, so it's more comfortable this way, and I think it actually looks better. And this would look really cute layered with like another shirt underneath of it. Or just like this, with some jeans or whatever. And I really like how the straps are braided. I think that's my favorite part of the shirt. I hope you guys enjoy this video and that you're able to recreate this look if you like it. And if you have any questions, let me know.